Good evening, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM in the second half of tonight's double feature of comedies starring Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis. We just had their first collaboration, the seminal 1959 Billy Wilder comedy Some Like It Hot, which also starred Marilyn Monroe. Her name was actually above theirs on the poster. It actually read Marilyn Monroe and her bosom companions, Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, with both Curtis and Lemmon dressed in drag and Marilyn in between them and above them, one arm around each, winking. Some Like It Hot earned 6 Oscar nominations. Up next, Curtis and Lemmon in another comedy, one with 5 nominations. From Warner Brothers in 1965, directed by Blake Edwards, The Great Race. This is the story of a 20,000-mile car race from New York to Paris taking place in the early part of the 20th century. While it sounds like a madcap, absurdist picture that only Hollywood could think of, it's based on a real race from 1908. Lemmon and Curtis star as 2 of the 7 contestants, daredevils, who are essentially archetypes. Lemmon plays the fiendish antagonist, dressed mostly in black, while Curtis is the heroic good guy, dressed in all white. Natalie Wood is the third lead here as a news photographer, dressed, well, like a news photographer, a fancy news photographer. Coming on the heels of the Technicolor 1963 adventure, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, set in California, The Great Race ups the ante. Director Blake Edwards went far beyond America's greatest state. That's right, you heard me, California is awesome. Edwards shot in Technicolor in California, Oregon, Kentucky, Paris, and Austria. He then threw every joke at the wall to see what stuck. One gag includes an homage to a sword fight from The Prisoner of Zenda. Curtis and actor Ross Martin trained for months with a fencing instructor to make the scene look authentic. The biggest bit of all is the finale's epic pie fight, which Blake Edwards called the largest pie fight ever staged. From 1965, with music by Henry Mancini, also with Keenan Wynn and Peter Falk. This is The Great Race. The 4-minute pie fight sequence in The Great Race is considered the largest in movie history, largest pie fight, to be clear. Though it's only a fraction of the movie's 2.5-hour runtime, it took 5 days to shoot, requiring about 4,000 cream pies, all made with real cream. After filming wrapped Friday, the mess from the fight was left in the studio over the weekend. A mistake. This caused a big surprise when the crew returned on Monday. All the cream had spoiled. The production had to be delayed to air out the rancid smell. Still, that smell may have been better than shooting the scene. Pie hitting you in the face feels like a ton of cement, said Jack Lemmon. Lemmon endured a great deal during the 6-month shoot, including pulling several ligaments in his chest during an early stunt where he dove out of an office window. The Great Race earned 5 Oscar nominations. It won for Best Sound Effects for Treg Brown, best known for his work conceiving, recording, and selecting the Looney Tunes sound effects library. Coming up, Eddie Muller as Noir Alley, which this week winds its way to the United States Department of the Treasury. T-Men is next on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, T-Men, then Scandal, the trial of Mary Astor, and later, The Prisoner of Zenda. TCM post-bail tonight.